than 20,000 tons of TNT.
It was 1949. Harry Truman was president. Strom Thurmond was governor of South Carolina. And the windows of the state newspaper company overlooked Main Street. That was when World War II veteran Jak Smyrl began drawing South Carolina's history.
Still had some GI Bill, hadn't got my little degree yet, so I went back to Carolina, and I went out to that church supper one night with some friends, as I said, because I wanted to go to church, but also they had free sandwiches. So I met a girl there who from my hometown was working for the state newspaper, and she told me they were looking for an artist. They didn't have any artists then. And I'd been away from home so long, so then I dropped out of Carolina and started with a newspaper. And that lasted, I thought I would be there a short time, and very soon Walt Disney would discover me and be in Hollywood making millions.
Disney never did call, and that brief stay stretched into 37 years. For most of those years, Smyrl was a one-man art department for the paper.
I didn't even have a chair to sit on. I sat on a stack of newspapers for 2 years. And the roof would leak, and the paint would peel off the wall or fall on your desk. And it was just a real ratty old building. With a lot of something left over from the Civil War in.
With his engaging smile and wonderful artistry, Smyrl has poked fun at South Carolina and its people. And at the same time, his more than 2,000 cartoons are records of South Carolina's past.
You want to make it make fun, but not harm or hurt anybody. Have them really laugh at themselves, hopefully.
Certainly best South Carolina artist that I've seen who does this kind of work. And we're just lucky that we have someone like this who has worked in the state for this long a period to put this kind of collection, personal collection together. I don't think he actually has thought of himself as a historian, but when you look at the body of work, he definitely is, pictorially.
Besides appearing in the newspaper, Smyrl's cartoons have been exhibited in his hometown of Camden and around the state. The South Carolina State Museum has acquired a collection of Smyrl's cartoons, which they entitled Festoons, cartoons about what South Carolina does best, festivals.
Nothing but a piece of paper and a line drawn on it, and that's about it.
But it's so much more than that. Smyrl fills the page with layers and layers of ideas and characters.
And that's one of the nice features. You don't have to worry about ideas. They just float all through your mind more than you could ever live long enough to draw, so that helps. So if you're going to fill up a page, you just start out and just keep going. It just comes to you.
Smyrl began drawing when he was 6 and sick in bed with the measles.
They gave me a notepad to scratch on, and then I would scratch little pictures, and everybody would rave about them, as they do for all children. And I was naive enough to believe them, see that, hey, I'm an artist, you know, because they said it was good. And you just grew up just believing that you were an artist, so and that would saved you the trouble of having to wonder what you'd have to do when you grew up. You already knew. That was nice.
But Smyrl's talents go beyond cartooning. He is a musician, a painter, a photographer, and a wood sculptor. He and his wife have traveled the world, climbing mountains and admiring the depths of the seas. 2 years ago, they moved back to Camden. After 37 years of meeting deadlines at the paper, he had walked out the door.
It was simple because I wasn't really retiring. I was only collecting my money, my retirement lump. I wanted to put that baby in the bank and forget about it, but I didn't stop work. I'm working now and continuing. In fact, I'm looking forward to the best art ever now because I won't be constrained to do it for someone else. I can now do my thing, really do my thing.
In fact, Smyrl is working on a signature map of Camden.
There's no way to retire unless you become disabled. Retirement doesn't mean the same thing to people who are in the creative work. They never stop, not till they fall over in the grave. That'll be it when they do that.
With timeless humor, Jak Smyrl has given South Carolinians something to look back on, and he'll continue giving them something to look forward to.